Hi guys, it's Renisti, back again with another video documenting the rise of Barry McCockiner. This time it's episode 8 of season 2, and your eyes do not deceive you. We are in fact playing the Philadelphia Flyers. The only caveat, this is not actually happening. I'm just messing with you guys. It's just some sort of glitch involving a youth tournament in this game. My guess is that they're somehow linking the youth teams for both of these, and they're playing each other in some sort of way in Colorado Springs, of all places. Either way, we have 9 games left to play for this episode, so let's get started in Estero, Florida, against the Everblades. Oh, geez, I didn't even realize Javin Moore had a hat trick. Okay. And see, this is why I was annoyed, right? Kalanikovas is close to returning, which means that he's likely able to play. The problem with this, see, this little thing here, the CTR, if you put your clicker over it in the right spot, maybe it'll show what it means. Okay, there you go. Days remaining on the injured list, which means that they have to be on this list for X amount of days before you are allowed by the league to take them off. The problem with this is that even though he's clearly going to be healthy in less than 8 days, and Walsh will be on this list even longer, I have to leave them on there. So that's why I was so pissed that this game put them on there, not against my will. They weren't exactly pointing a gun to my head and saying, hey, put these guys on the reserve list. But it's just stupid. There's no way it needs to be that long. Either way, I'm done complaining. This is our lines for our first game of the episode. The second of 3 in a row against the Florida Everblades. The first one I wish that we won. Hopefully win the next 2. Starting with this one. We got blanked 1-0, but wow. We did not play that good. Jesus. Florida, considering how bad they are, this is unacceptable. TREY stood on his head. It could have been a lot worse. 976 save percentage, 41 saves. Guys, this was an awful game. Horrible way to start the episode. The result is not reflective of what the actual performance was made out to be based on these stats. All right, so now that Jack Phelan's hurt, I called up Hunter Warner after he was unexpectedly sent down to semi-pro without my knowledge once again, but that's just how it goes sometimes when you have an exodus of defensemen being sent down through your feeder clubs. Either way, let's hopefully come out with a 2-1 record against Florida during this 3-game road trip. And we do not, in fact, go 2-1. We go 1-2. This was another pretty bad performance from our guys. This is not a great way to start the episode. All right, so let's see if we can beat our bogey team this time around. We smoke them. 6-3. I mean, 6 goals is 6 goals. So I say it's the smoking either way, but good way to bounce back from those last 2 games in Florida. Considering that he's actually a rushing defenseman and Wallander has been called up to essentially make the opening for this gem of a hockey player, I'm going to put Veer on the left wing because I don't like this whole 7-8 forwards potential setup. So we'll see how this goes against Kalamazoo, who are a very, very good team this year. And the team that we lost to in the playoffs last year, might I add. Get out of the building. It's not even funny. TREY Augustine, 30 saves. 2-0 shutout win. Over arguably the best team in the whole damn league. Great job. So against Maine, who have been our bogey team this year, we're going to use the same approach as last game because it worked pretty damn well. And it proves to be a smart decision. A 949. Are you kidding me, TREY? All right, finally, Cooper Moore is back and healthy. Kalanikovas is also healthy, which is a good thing. We just have to wait for Walsh to be on the list for another 6 days, then he can play again. All right, so finally, after we got a bunch of guys back healthy and off the stupid injury list in this freaking league, we're going to play against Wheeling. Kalanikovas is back. Cooper Moore is back. We have 7D, 9 forwards, just like how we were doing it before. Let's see how this game against the Wheeling Nailers goes. Oh, 6 goals in the first period. Jesus. That is a performance and a half. Are you kidding me right now? So Edvinson's back in Toledo. Bouillon's back. Wait, Tanias Mathurin, the North Bay guy. I remember this guy. He was good on the battalion. And he was playing in U Sports. I guess Detroit just decided to sign him. Looks of it. All right, so against Cincinnati, we have a bunch of defensemen that have just come into the fold. Mathurin, Edvinson Bouillon. I don't know anything about Mathurin, so I'm just going to give him a couple looks on the 7th defenseman role, if you will. So we'll see how he looks. And we win 4-1. Jesus, TREY Augustine. He is too good for this damn league. It's crazy. This video genuinely will... It's going to be the second video this season where I've titled blank is him. And this time, it's TREY goddamn Augustine. He's insane. Oh, and to top it off, TJ Walsh is back. Nice. So now that TJ Walsh is back, Perrin is not 100%, but he's still on our active roster now, which is a good thing. I'm going to move the lines around, and they look like this now. Mathurin, I'm going to scratch him, as with the other guy, whose name I cannot pronounce for the life of me. Let's move on to our next game. The lines look a lot nicer, in my opinion, because Edvinson just doesn't seem to mesh well in our system. And we lose after 5 wins in a row. I didn't even realize we were on a 5-game heater once again. I think I talked about it last episode, too. The Barry was going to have to whip one out to save his job, and not one of those, if that's what you thought I was talking about. But you get the idea. You get the idea. We just can never seem to get over that 6th goddamn game. It's like a mental wall for these guys. Another development report. David Drake, probably not going to renew your contract considering how many defensemen we have. But listen, you were good. I wish I could have given you a chance. It's just that we had a lot of good defensemen getting sent down to us. Detroit has a very good defensive prospect core, if you will. So I would have given you more opportunity if I had the chance, dude. But I'll just let you know now that you're not going to get renewed. Oh my God, my brain. A 1st rounder for Carter Verhaeghe. He's worth that, in my opinion, but why would they trade? Are they bad? Oh, dear God, they are. Bill, what the hell happened? Yeah, in Carolina, they're win now. Jesus. The trade deadline is on March 7th. You only have a few days left to initiate trades. Well, if I could trade any of these excess defensemen that we have, I would, especially this guy here. Not that he's been bad, but we don't need him. We have 8 defensemen on Detroit's payroll on our team. We do not have the ability to develop our own defensemen for ourselves. Getting quite unpleasant to stay in Toledo, to be honest. So if Barry gets fired, or even if, let's say, the job security, if it seems to have actually gotten a bit better, maybe not by much, but who knows? Maybe Barry will leave after this season, especially if there's no playoff success. Why should he stay? It's the same thing over and over and over again. And I realize now, looking back at a bunch of people who commented on Reddit, or even a couple YouTube comments here and there, but particularly on Reddit, that the ECHL was a really hard league to manage in this game. And, you know, I did it for a couple seasons on my own in a separate save file in FHM 9, but I haven't obviously been as emotionally invested in this as I have been with this one, and I haven't put as much time into it as I have with this one. And in seeing the ins and outs of managing an ECHL team in this game, it's certainly annoying. So, not sure if you can renew your own contract, you know, in certain instances. But Barry, the chances are that he'll leave at the end of this season to explore a different opportunity, because Toledo, it's just been okay. After that rant about how dumb the ECHL is to manage in this game, it's a great league. You know, some great players have played in there, don't get me wrong. It's just in this game, it's really, really tough to manage. And I'm sure even in real life, you know, these teams have their own separate set of obstacles to deal with. Or maybe it's actually similar. I don't know, because I've never even been to an ECHL game, and I don't know anybody personally who's playing the ECHL. And I guess I rambled on for too damn long because we lost in the shootout to Maine. All right, we're going to keep things the same for this game against Maine. We lost the last one. Hopefully things improve this time around. And another 1-goal loss, another shootout loss. Well, didn't even realize. Gave you guys an extra game this episode and figured, you know what? I'll make the next episode only 8 games, then finish off the season with the last 9, and we'll move on from there with playoffs and the World Championships, all that, if we actually qualify for playoffs at this rate, but hopefully we do. Either way, that's it. That's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.